we're all sad people right now. Distraught. Unhappy. A few days ago, I got the news that Daredevil Season 4 was not happening, that Daredevil Season 3 is the last season of Daredevil. And what we all thought was, okay, well, like with Luke and Iron Fist getting cancelled, we all thought, okay, well, maybe they're doing Heroes for Hire. Nah, it's getting binned entirely, so... the Marvel Netflix, considering how Disney's streaming service is starting up and they don't want to compete with that, Netflix's streaming service. Well, they don't want their brand to, like that competition with, characters from their brand to be on that. They want to, cancel out that competition and, all of that. So, we're pulling the plug. And it sucks, especially with the talk about Season 4, about how it was going to be grand and epic, and for Netflix to turn around. It's not like it's Netflix fault, but, you want to pitch your ideas to the network, and for them to turn around and say, about Season 4, Disney don't want it to happen. And this is the thing, though. I mean, people are going to say that, well, there's no worries, because... Disney might pick it up. Well, I've heard, some people say that Disney have no interest in picking up Daredevil, on, the current run. They might adopt characters in other shows, like, maybe the films, maybe Spider-Man, 3, or whatever, is going to have, feature Charlie Cox's Daredevil, please, because I would be game for that. But, I've heard people say that Disney are not going to pick up the shows. Although I've also heard people say, Disney might, and it might be a continuation. The problem with that is, though, Daredevil, Jessica Jones as well, and Punisher, I'm saying them too, they haven't been cancelled yet, but after their next seasons, they will be. So don't be surprised when, Jessica Jones is announced to be cancelled as well, which is going to break my heart because I really, really love Jessica Jones the most, but Daredevil is absolutely bossing it in terms of the quality as well. But yeah, I digress. The problem with shows like Daredevil, you can all sense a theme happening here with, the topics that, those three shows especially show. And they never shy away from violence. I mean, we have Wilson Fisk smashing someone's head literally with a car door in, beheadings, we have rape, we have, really, really, extreme, measures of gun violence with the Punisher. That's gonna get watered down with the Disney streaming service most likely when that starts up. And, people might think, that's okay. People might continue, as long as people are okay with it, which I don't know. I mean, you have Doctor Who fans who can't accept a fictional alien changing gender, but we'll not discuss that, okay? Even if they are or not, it's gonna be a reboot at the end of the day, because the problem with, continuation is people will be tempted to check back on earlier seasons. And they will find a way, even if they remove all of the seasons from Netflix or whatever, no existence whatsoever, they will find a way. And I don't think Disney might want that, especially if younger audience tunes it. If they do Daredevil Season 4, for example, on the Disney streaming service, there's a precedent for that. And even if it feels brand new, they might want to change it to Daredevil Season 1 all over again to avoid people from going back. So they could do that, but it's going to, it will probably piss off a lot of people. But it all goes back to my point. It will be a reboot. So as far as I'm concerned, the shows are ending. There will be no more development from, following from Season 3 of Daredevil, Season 2 of Luke Cage and all of that, which sucks because those, Iron Fist and Luke Cage left on really, really great cliffhangers. But, I mean, with Iron Fist, I don't know, you might be able to do something, although, I don't know, that was a bit extreme in some cases, wasn't it? But, this is what I'm talking about. Disney I know this is going to be a long introduction, but this is basically my thoughts, considering the latest news about Daredevil and knowing that the Marvel Netflix era is coming to an end. But this is what I'm saying though, like, there's a precedent for these shows, and even if you want to call it season 4, people are going to... Does Disney, like, want to, like, have a family... I guess a family tiered streaming service? Like, do they want that? And, you know, have people backtrack to seasons 1, 2, and 3 and know how, you know, extreme that was? Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't think they would want that, and I don't think that would be good for, like, their business plan. Unless they decide to do it anyways, and they could surprise us, but I don't expect them to do that. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is the total end of these shows. Even if it gets picked up, it will have to be rebranded, and it will be a reboot, definitely. There's no continuation unless they decide to say, screw it, we're just gonna do this, and yeah, here we go. So I'll be surprised if that does happen, but that's why I'm saying that when Daredevil season 3 ends, it's the total end. There's not going to be a season 4, and even so, and if they did do a season 4, people will be tempted to check back on previous seasons. If they do not, like, if they do water it down, they'll be tempted to go back, and yeah, they'll probably be horrified with how violent it was, or something along those lines. That's what is my main concern. Even if these shows are picked up by the Disney streaming service, everything will have to change unless, like I said, they decide to say, screw it, we're just going to do this. So, yeah, this might be my longest introduction ever, but I'm just, you know, getting this off my chest because it sucks that Daredevil has to come to an end, that Jessica Jones and Punisher will be coming to an end, because it's not like Daredevil is the lowest rated. Like I said, it's probably the most successful. It is the most successful Marvel Netflix show that's been produced. And to know that's being cancelled, not looking good for Jessica Jones or Punisher right now. So I'm just getting it off my chest and basically explaining the situation. I know people might have their, you know, thoughts, but in my eyes, I don't see a way that Daredevil season 4 can happen, unless Disney decide to, with their streaming service, decide to go, whatever, we'll just do this. Violence, yeah, whatever. We'll probably put an age restriction thing on there, but yeah, whatever. Like, unless they do that, there's no way. There's no way unless they decided to reboot everything. And, yeah, that's basically it. So that's all I have to say, because I know you guys want to check out the reaction, but I just wanted to get my thoughts off my chest. But yes, after that long introduction, yeah, hello everyone, Liam Catterson here. I felt like I was doing another video all of a sudden there, which I should have done, but I mean, you know, it's going to be painful watching these final episodes of Daredevil and knowing it's the last season, and yeah, but I'm really excited to see what does happen, regardless, because season 3 has been an absolute, it's been an absolute journey, and at least we will most likely end on a high, because, these past 3 episodes especially have been something else. Like, episode 3, I love the hallucination, thing that, you know, that hallucinogenic, I guess, Wilson Fisk was getting to Matt's head. Episode 4, that 10-minute one-shot fight scene was absolutely mind-blowing. And then episode 5, we got that unique way of delving into, Point Dexter's past with Wilson being there. So you just wonder, you know, what are they going to do, to spice things up, in terms of uniqueness, in terms of extraordinary, things for the show. Yeah, Matt and co are not in very comfortable positions right now. Karen is worrying that her past is coming back to bite her on the ass. Matt's now being framed by Wilson, and you know, Wilson's using the FBI to his advantage by putting Matt in. After Matt, you know, threatened Vanessa, he's not going to rest. So yeah, that's what he's done, and Matt's in a bit of turmoil. So Yeah, that's not looking good for Matty, is it? But yeah, I'm really excited to check this out. This is The Devil You Know, episode 6. The extended reaction is on Patreon. Sorry about the long talk, but like I said, I gotta get it off my chest. It's probably the longest introduction I've ever done, but like I said, I gotta get it off my chest, and I've gotta be realistic about, you know, the Disney streaming service, etc. You know, because there's gonna be people, I'm not gonna make this another 10-minute discussion, but I'm gonna say, there's gonna be people who, are going to say that maybe Disney will pick it up, but even so, they've gotta reboot it unless they decide to be ballsy. So that's basically the, gist of it, because unless you want because, like I said, it's most likely gonna be family tiered orientated, and unless you just give zero fucks or whatever, or unless you've got an age restriction thing, it's gotta be a reboot or it can't work in my eyes, so, yeah. Anyways, you wanted a reaction, let's go into it. This is Daredevil, episode 6, let's go.
Brilliant friend. Went through something terrible. And I didn't know.
When I got the gun, I could.
I mean, it did kill her, but...
You were afraid for your life. It was self-defense.
And Wesley's a shitbag anyways.
7 times.
What?
She shot 7 times.
I shot him.
Like I said, though, I mean, she's not a cruel
because
person.
I wanted him to.
I think he had a feeling that Foggy would have told her.
You need to pay me back for your rent.
That's the first thing she says to him. Oh. Hey, happy reunion.
What do you say? You want to help me?
Does she though?
No.
I can't blame her. I don't like Upside Down. Like, yeah. But I like that. Oh man. Oh man. Oh no.
I can't believe Matt would even ask.
But
I still think you should help him.
Oh, come on.
Just hear me out. You agree to write the article on one condition. Matt turns himself into the FBI.
What? No.
Oh.
They're only up in our chili because they're looking for Matt. Once they have him...
And them two are off the hook.
He'll never...
So what,
Not,
You had me tailed
like,
for a
don't
few days,
expose
you didn't
yourself
know
in
me.
front of the animal.
Think you got me dialed? You don't, all right? You don't know anything about me.
Ooh, he's Woo! He's gonna say, you might be wrong, Point Dexter.
When I was a boy, I beat my father's skull in with a hammer.
Going for another
I was 12
monologue.
years old. Julie never would have understood you. And society won't either. It punishes people like you,
Still trying to seed him in.
like us.
Oh man. Oh man. They don't see the real you. Just gotta love, like, how he just monologues. As a... Uh-oh.
His nightmares went on for months.
Just
One
wanna
night, Matthew called for help. and I
feel
didn't
so bad
answer.
for a little Matt.
I didn't go to him.
Oh.
Never asked us for anything again. He shut us out. Shut everyone out. Everyone in Matthew's life abandoned him, including me.
This is a nice little lesson though, because like if Karen shuts him out, then he's already feeling a loss of identity with Matthew Murdoch.
When does a paid vacation?
Take a minute if you need to pack things up.
Wow, he's been like, oh damn.
Be prepared for this. You are gonna get a job. Stick to your meds. Learn to stay calm.
goodness, this is so crazy. Like, but he's gonna jump on the Fisk ship, isn't he?
But, after that, I need you to help Foggy and me.
Uh-oh.
Look, the FBI are all over us.
You want me to turn myself in?
Wow, was he listening to them two talk?
Foggy.
No, but it's the smart move.
Ah.
Sure, I'll do it.
I mean, you wouldn't be surprised if he
What if they
eavesdropped
figured out
because he
that
could do.
You.
Oh, this mask doesn't do me any good if I'm a wanted man either way. Besides, if the FBI figured out who I am, who knows, maybe I get lucky and they'll lock me up next to Fisk.
Fisk stays out of prison. A lot of innocent people are gonna die. So you can either tell my paper the truth and we let you and your son run far away, or you can go back to prison and write the story like you talked anyway.
You would lie and get us both killed.
Your choice.
Karen playing hard, but desperation for Fisk.
Well, it warms my heart to see you going out to do something other than beat someone up.
How do you know? Could just be adding style to my beatings.
Did you just...
You don't think he's right about what Evans can prove?
We're in a shitstorm.
Fisk's intel checks out, and we're watching him 24/7.
Yeah, but he's
We'd
smarter
know
than
if
you.
he was playing us.
Right.
Would you?
So it's a bluff.
Don't get
It's a
too
bluff.
overconfident. I mean, Fisk is a smart bastard. And this is him, and this goes to prove something. You know, they think, oh, Fisk can't do this. It's exactly why he is smarter than you, because he's making you believe this.
But you see how wrong you are?
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Saved by the bell.
Unlike everyone in your life, I will never abandon you.
Oh my god.
This is yours.
This is the thing though, he's playing. I mean, he's getting into his true self, but remember what he said. The bigger villain. Wait! That's fucking bullseye, isn't it? Oh. Holy shit. Oh!
Are you? I'm Daredevil.
Liar! Oh, let's go! Holy shit! Holy fuck! Holy fuck! Come on, Matt! Take that phony out! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my god! Take that phony out! Oh no! Oh my shit! Oh my shit! Oh no! Come on! Don't break it off! Oh! Ricochet! There we go. I was going to say, is it going to ricochet off him? Sharp. So Matt's kind of getting the upper hand here in this fight. There we go. Like, and that should have. Oh no! Oh! Oh shit! This is it. Oh fuck! Fuck me! Shoot! In the face! Should have aimed for the head! Come on! Oh no! Oh shit! Oh, he's gonna kill Jasper.
Foggy.
No, he's okay, he's okay.
Oh my
Jesus,
god,
are
he's
you-
like Foggy. Oh my god.
They killed Jasper.
Just love how he, reached out to Foggy there. Oh my god, this is dragging Daredevil's name in the dirt. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shit the fuck.
Who did this?
Oh my god.
It was Daredevil.
Oh, don't say it. You shouldn't be saying that. No. Karen should just be like, I object. How do you know? But then again, how do you know? Because Daredevil wouldn't do this. How do you know that? Matt Murdock? Oh. Fuck me, that was a blast. Oh my lord. That fight. I'm absolutely done. Holy shit balls. That was a frickin' fantastic episode. Honestly, I absolutely adore this series so much. Like, they have not stopped whatsoever. Like, every episode has been absolutely juicy. Yeah, I mean, this season has absolutely been hitting it all across the board, there. And it's just been absolutely beautiful to see. I absolutely loved that fight between, Bullseye and Daredevil. And it's really, really great for them to try and, figure each other out, with Matt's super senses, and, Bullseye's sharpness and, how great of an aim he is. Like, I really, really loved, a few of the, scenes, especially when, Bullseye ricocheted, I think that ball, off the wall and into Matt's face, to get the element of surprise. That was just absolutely great. But, it's not just them figuring each other out, I guess, with their centers, because both of them have really, really, amazing abilities, but it's the fact that they freaking used office supplies to their advantage, especially Bullseye with the scissors and I think the pen. It was absolutely insane, and I absolutely loved that. Also loved Bullseye's story throughout this episode. We saw in the last episode he was not in a very good place, and that really, really took a deep nosedive with him being let go. Another sign of rejection that he can't take well. But I don't know, for me, it seems a bit stronger, obviously, because, we had that, we had a lot of moments where, his lessons with, his therapist, as well as his talk with Julie, with the suicide, hotline, thing. That kind of rang, to Bullseye that he was a failure, as well as, for me, a failure, as well as, another case of rejection, which, Bullseye is doing his best to steer away from, but here we go, with the fact that, they have to let him go, for the motorcade attack. So, it wasn't looking good, and all hope was lost. And now, Wilson's got what he wanted. He's gotten, Point Dexter under his claw, and, now, it's gonna look juicy, especially with the fact that, Bullseye's done a really, really decent job in making Daredevil, in making him the villain. Because that's the thing, at the end of the day, his objective was to be seen. And, I'm assuming the suit that, Bullseye was wearing, was crafted, because, Fisk, in Fisk's eyes, I think, Matt is the number one target, and he wants to do everything in his name to discredit Matt and everything that he is. So I'm assuming that, you know, his influence has crafted a good replica to make sure that the public knows, oh, it's Daredevil attacking innocents. So, yeah, he did a really, really decent job, because that was his objective, to be seen, and seen he was, and now he's been painted as the villain, so, oi. But, yeah, Bullseye's story was really, really, powerful to see in this story again, like not as much as last time, obviously, but it was still really, really powerful to see him, you know, on the brink, you know, teetering on the edge, with, you know, with his job being taken away, another form of rejection. That's what I'm saying. It's a bit stronger, like he's a failure, because, we saw those lessons play out, and, now we're taking that into account. It's like he's a failure, and, you know, it's, with everything falling apart with Julie, with him losing, his job, with another sign of rejection. And, you know, these voices playing in his head, and as a reminder, it's not going to do well for the psychology of, Poindexter. And I'm just absolutely loving how they are doing this with Poindexter. It's just absolutely amazing stuff to see. But, like I said, it was another, you know, sad sight to see. And now he's landed himself deep in a rut with, Wilson getting what he wanted, and that's, you know, him working under his claw. With nice monologues as well. Yeah, I absolutely, well, I'd say Wilson took a bit of a back foot in this, but he really didn't, because, you know, he told, Bullseye to do a decent job with, getting rid of Jasper, because Jasper would have absolutely, well, not just screwed Fisk over, but the FBI, because the FBI didn't want this on their hand. They didn't want this, you know, testimony from Jasper taking place, deep in their heart, because, not to say that they would probably go and attack, to go to the extent of, doing what Bullseye did, but it would be a complete shit show for the FBI if they found out they were being played like a goddamn fiddle. And, you know, not just that, but the financial situation for Ray cause he just got his promotion, and, you know, that could be stripped away, and financial problems would still kick him up the arse. So, this could probably be the best thing happening at this point. But would they kind of registered that, oh, so conveniently Jasper dies, and, you know, on like the same time, not just the same day, but the same time frame, he was supposed to give his testimony. It's like as if, you know, secrets are not, there's something that, some people do not want revealed. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know what's gonna be going through the mindset, but they've just got attacked by, I mean, as far as they know, well, they could put two and two together still, and, you know, have, the assumption Daredevil is working, well, they wouldn't be wrong-ish, because he is Daredevil. He said he was Daredevil, but, that Daredevil is working under Wilson, I'm saying. But, well, Daredevil did this on his own accord, should I say, because I don't think they have any reason to doubt Wilson at this point. I have no idea, because I'm just thinking, it's so convenient, isn't it, that Jasper dies, that he's gonna give his testimony to, you know, kind of prove that the FBI have been, you know, played, as well as, you know, exonerate Matt, so, yeah, but I don't know, at this point, It's a complete shit show, isn't it? I really, really loved, Foggy and Karen in this episode as well. Especially, Karen's position. She is in no idea what to do. And she's not I don't know if she was on the edge of forgiving Matt, with that talk with Maggie, but, because, on both occasions, Karen was basically taught that Matt needs people. He might be a dick of a human being, but, people have just walked out and gave up on him. And, Foggy is not, wanting to do that anytime soon, but is willing to, have his name cleared, because, especially with the fact that now he knows that Karen killed Wesley. But, this is for the bet. This is putting, Fisk away. And, I'd say Fisk is more dangerous than, Matt's, that heartbreak. Well, would you say it is a heartbreak in a sense, because, you've just been lied to about someone dying and, it's someone you loved. But, like I said, I think Fisk's a bigger concern, and you don't have to, I think it all goes back to that message. You don't have to forgive him, but you can coordinate with him, as a good way on finishing Fisk off, because that's the main objective. And yes, it might be, poop that Matt needs you to help him out, but it's to help out, put Fisk away at the end of the day as well. So, yeah, like I said, you don't have to forgive him, but you can coordinate with him, and, Foggy's not giving up on that, so, great stuff to see. As well as that message that, Sister Maggie gave about Matt as well, as well as that nice story about how he was having nightmares, and then one night Maggie just, completely noped it, and that completely changed Matt's, view. So, I really loved it. But yeah, it was a great episode, and I just absolutely loved it. Like I said, it was really, really interesting, as well to see the Matt and Karen, situation, because I've always been thinking, how's this gonna, now that Foggy has told Karen, how's this gonna fly? And we saw the repercussions of that. Like I said, Karen's pissed, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her for being pissed off and initially rejecting him, but at the same time, Foggy's advice, being better as well than Matt is a really, really important thing, as well as the fact that you gotta bring down Fisk. So, it's, you can't blame her. You can't blame her whatsoever, but it was still really, really great to see her reaction. And it's not like she's being a total bitch about it, because she's not. I mean, your friend just shows up who was dead. He lied to you. And now he comes back just asking for help. Not, hey, sorry I've been dead or whatever, and all of that. No happy reunions. It's like, hey, I need your help. So yeah, no happy reunions. So you can't blame Karen for reacting like that, but you can also understand where Foggy's coming from with his message. But of course, that was, when Karen started to click. But it's not like she took Foggy's advice and then completely ignored it. She started to click there, so understandable there. But yeah, it was an absolute great, I'm really excited to see where things go now that Daredevil is now being thrown under the bus. Which is so funny, considering, Poindexter's been thrown under the bus and then he, throws himself kinda under the bus, but, he's doing this in framing someone else under the bus. So yeah, it's kind of funny how that kind of works around. No doubt that this is going to inevitably bite Fisk up the arse, because he's tied to this. And, like I said, this will all bite, like everything that's happened, this is all gonna bite him up the arse. This especially, and there's probably gonna be some, forgiveness parade or something like that for Daredevil, considering, we wrongfully accused him of, although, then you gotta point the question, who is Daredevil? Because, especially with this, situation with, Matt going on at the minute, and, him, trying to clear his name, all of that kind of stuff. it kind of depends on where things go. So, I don't know. I'm just thinking like, okay, so who really is Daredevil, on all of that? But I don't think we'll get to that point. I don't know. But there will be some kind of forgiveness or something like that. Like, because, Daredevil is recognized as a hero and he's done this, and it's that case of, you know, fake identity. Although this is a kind of revenge, because Matt, you know, used, he committed identity fraud on Foggy, and now basically Bullseye's saying, how does it feel to use identity fraud, bitch? So, I don't know. It's just me. It's just, you know, parallels on all of that. But yeah, that was an absolute blast of an episode. The fight scene, like I said, I can't stress enough how beautiful it was and how great it was seeing two people with amazing abilities and, you know, great fighters as well. Two iconic characters as well. Just duke it out in an enclosed area, like an office, because that shit's not easy to get around. Not just that, but using office supplies. And, you know, it was just so great seeing two versions of Daredevil work against each other. All because Fisk is a little bitch. So yeah. And I can't wait to see where things go with, Fisk and Poindexter's new relationship now that, you know, Poindexter really has nowhere else to turn but Fisk. Because now he's been cut. That date night with Julie didn't go so well, and you know, you can be who you truly are, and you know that's ringing good signs for Poindexter. So I can't wait to see where things do go. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my Media Pizza channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!